Going back, fans, again at SBM Boxing. We just got done watching the Devin Haney versus JoJo Diaz fight. I'm gonna hang out a little bit. I'm a little tipsy. Have a little drink. Salud. Cheers. It's gonna be my last drink for the night. But I just wanted to create this video, to touch base a little bit about, give a quick recap on Devin Haney versus JoJo Diaz fight. JoJo Diaz absolutely got outboxed, outclassed. Now, does JoJo Diaz compare to Kambosos, to Lopez, to Lomachenko, to Tank Davis? Absolutely not. I don't see that whatsoever. I think JoJo Diaz, I don't know what the hell JoJo Diaz was thinking on that fight. But I tell you what, though, you can't compare that performance versus the Lopez versus Kambosos fight that we seen last week. Actually, I think the Cruz versus Tank is going to be a little bit more action-packed fight than what we've seen. Now, I actually like the Linares versus Haney fight. When Haney fought Linares, he had to dig deep. He was tested. He showed grit. He showed that he can take punches. He got hurt. He was able to bounce back. And he showed more boxing ability here. But as far as Haney versus JoJo didn't do anything, man. JoJo was high guard up. Haney was able to do what the hell he wants to do. He was able to pick him apart. As predicted, I thought that Haney was going to stop him in the 10th round. I think Haney could stop him in the 10th round, but I think Haney was gassed out. And he was gassed out as soon as it hit the 9th round. He was gassed out. And I think JoJo was able to jump on that, and I think JoJo did jump on him on the 10th round. I had JoJo winning 1 round. Like I told my buddy Steven, he was just like, hey, look, I had JoJo winning 3 rounds. Come on, man. How the fuck JoJo's going to win 3 rounds, man? JoJo, nah, you were just feeling bad for JoJo. That's all, That's it. You're feeling bad for JoJo because he had a tattoo of his kid on his chest. So let me stop, bro. I'm a little tipsy right now. But anyways, I think JoJo, he was trying to cut the ring. He was trying to cut the distance. He was trying to come inside. And I think Haney in the early rounds, the first, the second, the third, the 4th round, Haney did a good job to maintaining the distance, utilizing the jab, leading left hook, 1-2 combination up top, straight to the body, and using those angles. And JoJo couldn't adapt, and he had nothing to respond. JoJo just couldn't find his range. He couldn't get inside. He couldn't ruffle. He couldn't bring the fight to him. JoJo, at times, when he let them hands go, that's one thing about Haney. Haney got caught. And that's the only thing. Kambosos is not no JoJo Diaz. Now, Haney looked good against Linares, and I think Haney's the type of fighter that he fights to the caliber of his opponent. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say that Haney's going to be the same fighter when he fights in Kambosos in Australia. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It was a good fight for the most part. I called it. I think it was a sparring session more than anything. I think JoJo's corner. I think the 12th round was the most action-packed part of the fight. JoJo in the 12th round was letting him hands go. But Haney did show that he couldn't. His endurance is questionable. His endurance wasn't there. His boxing his ability is there. Early in the rounds, he won enough to win the fight. He won on the Georgia scorecards, but that's something that he definitely has to work on. His power is definitely not there because I think he could definitely beat JoJo Diaz. I think he could have took him out. I predicted that he was going to knock him out in the 10th round, but that didn't happen. Is he now moving forward? Is he ready for Kambosos? I don't know. You're 100% right, Mo Fresh. His power is not there. 100% his power is not there. And I agree with you. I honestly think as of right now, Kambosos beats Haney. But you got to, Haney is the type of fighter that he's adapting, because he looked completely different when he fought Linares. And you know what the crazy thing is? Here goes a curveball. I think if Linares was to fight Jojo Diaz, Linares stops Jojo. 100%. Why is that? I don't know. It's just the fuckery that boxing has, man. It's just, it is what it is, you know? Um, but you're 100% right. Haney doesn't have the power. He has the boxing ability, but I don't think he has the endurance as well. And that's something that they have to fix. Because the fight that I watched last week with Kambosos versus Lopez, that shit was action packed. Them guys were going toe to toe, blow for blow. The punch output there was absolutely insane. And I think Haney cannot fight at that pace throughout all 12 rounds. Oh, 100%, dude. I completely agree with you. Mo Fresh is, Tank. What I seen right now, if Tank was to fight Tank will knock Jojo out. If Tank was to fight Haney, because Haney was getting caught from Jojo. And Jojo was, I think there was one time where Jojo, buckled Haney. It wasn't nothing crazy, but he was able to land flush. But I think Tank is faster. He's more elusive. He's more explosive. And Haney's going to have problems with Tank. Haney's going to have problems with Loma. Haney's going to have problems with Lopez. Haney's going to have problems with Kambosos. I think Haney is going to, I'm going to go out there and say it. Haney fucking Ryan Garcia. Say what you want, but Ryan Garcia will touch Haney up. And I think that will be a good ass fight. But, Ryan Garcia needs to, man, I'm going to call it what it is. He needs to stop fucking around, bro. I get what you're saying, but if you're a boxer, you need to deal with that shit. Deal with whatever you're dealing with right now and get in the ring. You have Canelo, you're working with the Canelo camp. Stop bullshitting and get in there, because I guarantee I haven't seen Twitter or Instagram or anything like that, but on social media, Ryan's always fucking trying to clout chase, man. And Ryan, just like he was calling out Kambosos, like, go ahead and do it. He's gonna probably call out Haney, let's go ahead and do it. But he's all talk right now, man. He fought Luke Campbell, got caught, got dropped by Luke Campbell, and then he was like, oh, this shit got real. But I think Ryan Garcia, he needs to get back in the ring, mix it up, because right now, 135 division is completely stacked. I think that's the most exciting division right now. The welterweight division, that's pretty stacked as well. But Crawford and Spence, that's the only fights to be had and to be made. You can mix in Ugas a little bit there, but at the end of the day, I think Ugas needs to fall back and let Spence and Crawford go ahead and go at it. But anyways, guys, I just I'm a little tired. I'm a little tipsy. I'm gonna take my last sip. Whiskey, by the way. I like scotch and whiskey, bro. I'm not too much on vodka. I'm not too much on rum. I'll drink it. I'm not a beer drinker or anything like that, but for sure, whiskey, that's my choice when it comes to boxing. Just sip it. But anyways, guys, it's Kenneth, SBM Boxing. From where subscribe. Haney, stay away from Kambosos, man. Don't take your ass to Australia. Don't do it, man. Just let it go. Just let it be. Just let it be. Work with your team, and then hopefully let Loma jump in and fight Kambosos. Ryan has demons to deal with. Yeah, I don't know too much about his personal life or anything like that. But the only thing with Ryan Garcia is before I leave and touch bases on that, I know that there's a lot of depression out there. I know you have personal demons. I know you have shit that people just go through on the day in, day out. You know what I'm saying? But boxers as well. But at the end of the day, it's kind of hypocritical and contradicting when you start clout chasing and calling out fighters. If you're going through those demons and you're going through some issue, just humble yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't press the action And like the Kambosos versus Lopez fight, as soon as Kambosos beat him, he was quick to let's say, hey, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Don't be quick to go on social media and say, let's make it happen, and be up for it and just call it out. And then all of a sudden, you know, state that you have issues, man. You know, I think he gets caught up in the moment at times. But at the end of the day, Ryan Garcia, he has skills. He has ability, man. He's fast, he's explosive. I doubted Ryan Garcia at once, but when he beat Luke Campbell, he looked good, man. He looked good. So he teamed up with Team Canelo, and he has a lot of potential. Hopefully, we can get him in the mix and see what happens. But anyways, guys, Kenneth SBM Boxing. I'm just I was ranting and shit like that. But Haney, at the end of the day, Haney needs to stay away from Kambosos. I don't know who he needs to fight, but hopefully, hopefully Kambosos unifies. Fuck it, on the Kambosos side, go ahead and fight Haney. Kambosos completely unifies, and hopefully he doesn't cut out and goes to 140, and he stays and fights Lomachenko, or fights Tank Davis, because Tank Davis versus Kambosos would be a fucking major fight, especially if Kambosos beats Haney. That would be a good fight. It's not going to be no Spence versus Crawford, but I'll take it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for commenting. Make sure you like the video. Have a good one.